Welcome to the podcast where mental health is at the core of what we focus on. We strive to develop people like you to maximize who you are and what you've been called to do by sharing tools and resources for better brain health. And now here's your host, Juan Garcia.
Hey, welcome back everybody to our podcast, Mind Yours, where we focus on mental health and peak performance. And today I got a super duper duper special guest. And it is, if you haven't recognized him yet, my son, Jordan Elijah Garcia. What's up, Jordan?
What's going on?
So first of all, obviously we're not in the same place. I'm out here working and you over there working, just in different states. But I wanted to introduce you personally to the listeners and the viewers of our podcast, because I think for most of your life, you've been known as my son. And I think it's important that people know that you have your own identity and you have aspirations, you have goals, you have dreams, you have things that you want to accomplish, as well as things that you've been faced with, that have been challenging, that you've had to deal with. And mental health has been important. So why don't we start off with this? Let's tell the audience your age, and what are you excited about right now in life?
So 22, going on 23 this year. This year's my Jordan year coming up. So excited for that. And right now, what I got going on with my brothers at T.U.F.F Studios, we have our YouTube channel coming out along with podcasts, major segment of our whole YouTube channel. But along with that, we'll have skits coming out and different videos and segments that we'll have with the YouTube channel, and also pursuing a career in basketball. Tryouts, I've been getting notifications that more combines and tryouts are coming out at the end of the year. Yeah. So I'm excited for that and getting ready for that. And just all in.
Yeah, I'm excited because, there's a lot going on, and there was a time where a lot didn't go on, with the pandemic. COVID-19 hit us all pretty hard, and obviously historic virus that we've never faced, at least, with technology and sports shutting down and even restrictions in, social distancing and all that fun stuff. So it's been a whirlwind of a ride this last year, to say the least. So T.U.F.F Studios, that's actually where you're recording from right now.
Right.
And your podcast is called T.U.F.F Talks.
Yes,
and
sir.
You have a YouTube channel. You're going to have also your podcast available via audio on different platforms. So we're excited about that too. I know you've been with the guys, you've been recording, you've been getting prepped, and I'm excited for you actually. And this is why I wanted to interview you, because I want people to know that young people are doing something significant, that is not just a waste of time. You're not just hanging out and just letting time by. You're actually focusing on building a brand, which, I'm proud of you for that. And I know that you're going to help a lot of people that are out there with your different creativity. I know personally you're the guys, and they're just good guys, funny, smart, witty, focused. And tell us a little bit about your journey. So you were talking about combines coming up. I know earlier this year in 2020, you had an opportunity to try out overseas to try to join the international play. And obviously coronavirus came in and said, not so much, shut things down. You weren't able to go. Obviously basketball was put on hold. What was that like for you? And what were some of the things that helped you kind of overcome what you were dealing with, what you were overcome with? Because I know a lot of guys in the sports world that I've been talking to, sports is everything for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that there's more to life than sports, even though sports is life, ball is life, and all these things. Mm-hmm. But we have to be real, right? When it gets kind of put on hold, when your dreams get put on hold, you feel some type of way. And just share with the audience, what was that like for you? and what did you do to kind of overcome it where today you're actually excited about the opportunity?
So yeah, when everything started going down with the coronavirus, it was a whole like 180 where I just didn't know what to expect. As long as I assume everybody with the whole pandemic going on. I mean, when you go from working out every day and having a goal and putting all the time and effort into your craft, and then out of your control gets put on hold, and then it's like, what next? It was a real mind-boggling thing for me, because now we're in the unknown stage where it's like, okay, how long is this going to happen for? What's next? What should I do now with the parameters that are being set with everybody around the world? So I got stuck in like a stagnant mindset, just not
Yeah.
knowing where to go, who to turn to, or what to even do. So it was very different, And I had two tryouts, one for the big three, and
Hmm.
one that was going to be in front of scouts, I believe, in Germany, Mexico, uh, I think France, and a couple others. So those didn't even happen. So before I could even get the chance to step on the court, it was like, yeah, no, just everything just shut down. So
So what do you do when you don't have control over things? Like,
right,
right?
right. It's like you get stuck, and there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of overthinking that I deal with and struggle with at times, where it's like, okay, like what do I do now? Like what am I supposed to expect now? But I guess what's helped me through these few months that have passed by, where I'm able to stay calm and at peace with what's to come. Um, Obviously, family. You yourself and mom and Hannah. You guys have helped me stay calm and be able to continue a flow. Whether it's finding something else to do, like the YouTube channel with the guys that we're getting ready to release tomorrow, and
Yeah.
just staying very versatile, making sure that I don't get stuck with, well, yeah, this is my plan and that's it. Like I've come to the realization that I don't have to have a plan B, because my plan A has many sources to attack with.
Mm.
So my plan A isn't just basketball. My plan A is like, yeah, I'm gonna play basketball. I'm gonna get this YouTube thing started. I have my full-time job. I can coach. I can do all these things where I will excel, at the same time with the same pace. So family has helped me. Uh, my boys have helped me a lot. Just being able to hang out with them and put this whole thing together
Yeah.
with the YouTube, and then just staying in the Word and with God. Um, I was I've received a promise from Him
Mm.
in the world of basketball, where he showed me specifically that this is what He wants me to do.
Yeah.
So when I reiterate that to myself and remember that, like, yeah, like He has a plan for me in this line of work, I can't show any, doubt in what He's
Mm.
promised.
Yeah.
So just always remembering that, and just staying close with family and friends, and being mindful of keeping the good energy and good thoughts coming my way. Just it's helped me be able to stay calm. So
Yeah. Sticking with it, that's important for mental health, right? You don't have control over things that are outside of your control, and so you don't try to um, make decisions that are going to be unhealthy, and then you're going to regret. So that's so important. And I think there are a lot of people listening to you right now that are probably stuck. Their line of work probably has either totally changed or is no longer there.
hmm,
So there are people depending on, benefits. There are people that don't know what to do now. There are people that got sick. There are people that are still afraid that they're going to get sick. I mean, there's so much going on that I think what you're saying is hopefully going to really sink into people's mindset to say, hey, I don't have control over this. I'm not going to try to control it. I can only control what I have control over, and I'm going to do that well and to the best of my ability. So that's so helpful. And I've seen you grow in this time personally, with you sticking to your guns and not looking at it as, oh, well, it's not going to happen. I know a lot of people give up on their dreams, and it's good to see that you're still hopeful in what you've been promised by God Himself. And tell us a little bit about, this whole YouTube channel and how, where did that come out of outside of the whole pandemic, right? But there's obviously something in your makeup and your personality that has something to share with people. And obviously, one of your characteristics that we all love is that you're funny. Your sense of humor, sometimes at my expense, but hey, I gotta take one for the team.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I always said that if you can't make fun of yourself, then there's just no hope for you.
Right.
So where did this YouTube channel and this whole T.U.F.F Studios come out of, and what do you see with this channel and with this T.U.F.F Studios as far as its reach and how it can help people today?
So actually, T.U.F.F originated about, I want to say 3, maybe 4 years ago. My first semester in college. Tough is something that, people my age say a lot, like, oh, that's tough. Like, oh yeah, you tough. Like, but we don't spell it the grammatically correct way, T-O-U-G-H. We spell it T-U-F-F for whatever reason. I don't know who came up with it, but that's what we stick with. So everything is tough for us. Like, that's tough. Like, oh, like, you just lost your job. That's tough. Like, stuff like that. So, I mean, everything's just tough. So I was sitting in my car waiting for a class to start. I don't know what came about me to think of it, but I'm like, what if I turn into an acronym? So I ended up coming with too unique for failure to make up the acronym T.U.F.F. And I just stuck with it. So person here, like, yo, like, when you say tough, remember too unique for failure. That's something I came up with. And people started catching on, like, oh, I like that. So that stayed there. Fast forward to last year, the guys and I brainstormed and we figured, let's start a YouTube channel. And at first, we were thinking about calling it like T.U.F.F TV, or it was T.U.F.F TV or something else that had, it's just play on words.
Yeah.
That would stick. So at first we were gonna do interviews where we have a question of the day. We go out, let's say, into a mall, a park, whatever the case may be, and we ask them questions and record their reactions and their answers, and we make fun out of it. That lasted about a week before everything just stopped. And that was put on pause. And then about, I want to say 6-7 months later, our guy Arnell, he was like, hey, like, let's start a podcast. So at first we were like, yeah, like, that'd be cool, but we weren't like all in for it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea was there. He brought it up. Let's start a podcast. So like, all right. And fast forward to now, we're like, yo, like, we should really start that podcast. So I was like, all right. For whatever reason, this time everybody was on board and the ball started rolling. So we get equipment, we get ideas, we get topics we want to cover, and the whole nine. And then I come up with the name T.U.F.F Studios. At first I was going to do T.U.F.F Incorporated, but that's kind of sounded mad like
corporate.
Dull. Yeah. I didn't want to sound too professional. But yeah. So T.U.F.F Studios, we stuck with it, we liked it, and then everything we do deriving from that is just a play on words. So T.U.F.F Talks. The premise of our podcast, T.U.F.F Talks, is to have T.U.F.F Talks,
right?
Where we talk about, I mean, whatever the case may be in today's world, today's society, whether it's news that's going around, politics, racial issues, or anything you can think of that people are afraid to talk about,
right.
You will find the conversations being talked about on our podcast, T.U.F.F Talks. And so that's what we're sticking with, and I think with it we'll be able to start a movement where we are the prime example of being too unique for failure. That whatever's thrown at us, we're not taking no for an answer. We'll find a way around it. We'll find a way through it, because no is not in our vocabulary.
Yeah.
So, and everybody has the potential to have a tough mindset. Another play on words. Everybody has a tough mindset where you just have to awaken that piece of your brain where it's like, yeah, I'm not taking no for an answer.
Right.
I'll find another way to do it. Or what can I learn from this, hindrance, and, move ahead, proceed, progress from where I was cut off, or where I left off on.
Yeah, I like that because I can relate a lot, especially working with athletes for so many years with that mindset, and it reminds me of words like resilience, right?
Mm,
Taking no holds barred, no, not taking no for an answer.
mm,
Grit, which is that thing that no matter what, you're gonna keep fighting, like no quit type of attitude.
right.
So I really love that, and so T.U.F.F Studios is four of you, and you're all the same age,
Mm-hmm.
and you're all different ethnicities, and but you're all from Paterson, New Jersey,
Yeah.
which is a very diverse city. It's a city that you know a lot of people may think about it as far as historically, whether it's Eastside High School and Principal Joe Clark,
Mm-hmm.
and you have Hurricane Carter, which was a boxer back in the day. You have Alexander Hamilton, who basically founded the city with his entrepreneurship and banking, mind, and so Patterson is having a lot of success in terms of birthing people that have landed on the map. And as far as American history,
Mm-hmm.
no pressure, right? But I think you guys are onto something. I think Patterson continues to breed, and we're going to continue to put Patterson on the map for the good that we do, for the good that we have.
Right.
It's not just all crime and gang banging and whatever people hear. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
good that's coming out of Patterson. So I'm really excited for you guys to get going with this podcast. And that's why, again, I wanted to share this with the people because a lot of people just think of negative stuff and that's all they know and that's all they hear and that's where they leave it. But there's a lot of good happening, and there's a lot of young people that are still staying positive. I love the fact that you're going to be diverse in your conversations. You're going to talk about politics, and we right now we're dealing with so much in the world, and specifically in the U.S. with an election year. So I'm curious to see what you guys are going to do with a lot of that information that's out there. We hear
Mm-hmm.
snippets of things, and one of the episodes that I'm gonna put up, which the people don't know yet, but over the summer I want to talk about cancel culture
Mm.
and how that's affecting how people stay true to who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So talk a little bit about your convictions, your values. How does Jordan stay true to who he is, especially launching a podcast and a YouTube channel where we live in a cancel culture that is kind of intimidating people and saying you better say the right thing or you're against everybody in a
Mm-hmm.
way. How do you stay true to who you are, and how what would you say to people that are struggling with man, should I say this? I don't want to get put on a list, on a blacklist, or I don't want people to hate on me,
Mm-hmm.
or how it is. People want
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
be liked, and so how do you deal
Right.
with that as a young man?
So, growing up, you helped a lot with this, where I need to see both ends of the spectrum for things to make sense for me. I can't look at a situation or have a debate or argument with somebody and have a one-mindedness towards it. So when you throw a situation at me, whatever the case may be, or you try to make a point, I have my value about whatever it is, and I also hear yours. So if you can sway my beliefs on something, as long as you do your research and it makes sense, sure. It is what it is, but it has to have those two things. If you were to say something to me to try to convince me about whatever the case may be, and it doesn't make sense, or you just don't know what you're talking about,
Mm,
then it's just a waste of time for me.
right.
Um, in today's world, where there's a lot of one-sidedness in news.
Yeah.
It's nothing you show me, I'll be able to see it and be like, oh yeah, that's crazy, that's how it happened, and then start telling people like, yo, did you see this, did you see this? Like, no, it's more like, okay, what happened before what was caught on camera, or where are they getting these sources from, where'd they get the story from? Give me the whole context. That's more of my thing when it comes to situations like this. When it comes to cancel culture and people worrying about what they say or how they should go about saying certain things, listen, there everybody is looking for a reason to cancel somebody. It's just you can't get away from it. It's
Yeah.
just it's more like there's more weight to it now for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are getting butthurt for little things that
Yep.
they would have said with their friends whenever. And I just think it's really getting out of hand. When I think for people that are, worried about what they say or what they do, um, you can't make everyone happy. You
Hmm.
can't. And I've tried it. Uh, growing up in middle school, high school, whatever the case may be, I've tried it, and it's just there's always something that people will pick out. It could be the littlest thing that somebody will pick out, and the whole thing just changes.
Right.
So the best way to just stay true to yourself is to just know you can't make everyone happy. At
Mm.
the end of the day, you go home with yourself and you deal with your own feelings, whatever it is that you like to do or how you feel about certain things. Just stick to that. I mean, there's no going wrong in that, because no one should change how you feel about things, as long as everything, what you stand for and everything is good.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like,
Yeah. It's healthy.
right. So don't be out here worrying about making Vanessa happy or James happy. It's like you only see them for that amount of time, and that's it. So
Mm-hmm.
who cares how they feel about you, as long as you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I mean, as in my head, when you're doing something good or doing something you love, people are gonna hate you for it. That's just how the world works, and you can't escape it. So to make yourself happy and to be content with what you do and how you feel about things, just stick to your gut and stand firm in it. That's really it.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. People need to know, and people need to be affirmed that at the end of the day, you have to have peace with, how you view whatever it is, and as long as it's healthy and is fact based, yeah, you got to stick with it and be okay with that. Because, like you said, people are not always gonna be, yay, yay, I root
Mhm.
for you, or they unfollow you on Twitter, or unlike your stuff. I mean, it's getting out of hand. So yeah, sticking to your guns, that's important, because a lot of young people, they just it's the word vacillate, right? They just, whatever, wherever the wind blows, they go with that. Whatever hashtag is popping, that's what they follow, without even really knowing what it stands for. And I think it's important that young people understand, all people actually, if you're going to follow something, make sure that you know what you're following. And
Mhm.
if you're in disagreement with it, be okay with disagreeing, as long as,
Right.
we're not trying to threaten people that don't think like us. Because that's another thing, right? I mean, if we disagree on something, why does it have to be like fighting words?
Yeah.
Why we got to be go at each other like,
Right.
we're in some kindergarten or first grade class, trying to outduel each other. I mean,
Mhm. Let's just have a
it's getting out of
conversation.
hand.
Right.
Yeah, it's silly. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of resource. Um, a person like me, where my temperament, I tend to, I'm a people pleaser. I'm very extroverted, and so you've seen me practically all your life, speaking and being in front of people, and you get to the point where that's important to you. You want people to
Mhm.
like you. You want people to pat you in the back and affirm you and be like, "Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome," and it becomes your identity. But it is exhausting, because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, there'll be that one person that'll say, it wasn't all that.
Yep.
nah, he's not my type, and it's like, oh man, you
Yeah.
feel like your life is over. But thankfully, with you, obviously your mom, my wife, my beautiful wife of almost 24 years, and Hannah, our my daughter, your sister, you guys have been able to affirm me for who I am. Doofy, perfectionist dad that
Mm-hmm.
just wants the best for his family, and that's good enough for me, man. We have to help our friends and family out there that are struggling with their identity because they don't know where to fit in, and they don't know if they should say something. Now, you just be you, just be unique,
Yep.
and remember the tough acronym that you are too unique for failure. That goes for everybody. If you embrace it, own it. But that's Jordan's acronym. So
Yeah, that's
remember,
me.
give him
Don't.
credit.
Yeah.
Yes, give him credit.
At me.
Yeah. So as we're winding down here, so you're excited about your channel. T.U.F.F
Yes,
Studios is
sir.
out. Your podcast is coming out. T.U.F.F Talks
Yes, sir.
already in the making. You guys already have a couple of episodes that you've kind of got under your belt. So that's exciting, and that takes courage, that takes bravery, that takes vulnerability. I know you guys
Mm-hmm.
are going to talk about stuff that kind of off the off the hem, as they say. You're gonna do whatever, right? You're just gonna go with it, and I think
Yeah.
that's why it's so awesome that you're gonna be able to help a lot of people with that. So tell me a little bit about does it take for you to stay on your grind every day, um, to be on the lookout for opportunities that come up that kind of line up your way. Because I feel like in today's society and culture, a lot of people are just not really looking for those opportunities that come, because sometimes they come and they don't even like wait for you to answer. They're there and they show up, and you got to be ready. So you don't even have time to suit up, so to speak. You don't have time to get ready. They're there, and it's going to assume that you're ready to take on that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell people, how do you stay ready, and stay on your grind for opportunities that come your way, as a young man in today's world?
So, aside from too unique for failure, what I forget who said the quote. The name is passed around a lot, but the quote is, every shot you miss every shot you don't take.
Yeah, Wayne
So,
Gretzky, hockey
okay.
player. Yes.
So, with that in the back of my mind, and every day seeing living examples of people that either didn't take opportunities or missed their opportunities, I'm always reminding myself I don't want to end up like that.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the people that are in those positions. I don't know what happened in their lives to get them there. But me personally, who I have to worry about at the end of the day, I don't want to be like them. So I always have to find either the next tryout, the next piece of equipment that's going to help us, get better quality, uh, research topics for better content. I mean, just whatever I can do to make sure that I'm moving on, taking the next step, being ready for these next opportunities to come my way. Because if I'm not ready, somebody else will be, and it's over.
Yeah.
And then it's too late.
Right.
So if I don't stay on my toes with this game of life, I'm gonna start falling back and falling behind, and I'm gonna get stuck in a position where it's too late for me to climb out that hole that I dug. So um, I just make sure that I keep in mind that if I don't take on opportunities that come my way, that I'm gonna be stuck in a place where I'm not gonna enjoy. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
miserable.
Yep.
And if I keep, taking that narrative, it's just gonna get worse and worse. Dave Ramsey says, you can't get yourself out of a hole by digging through the bottom.
Right.
So I just make sure I stay on top of my game, whether it's getting extra shots or doing some extra drills or doing some research, um, make hours on editing, whatever the case may be, where I'm constantly excelling and making sure I don't slack off. I take it, because you never know when things are going to change for the better. So, or the worse. So
Yeah,
you got to be ready all the
got to be
time,
ready either way.
all the time.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, man. So tell everybody where they can find you, how they can follow you, how they can receive notifications of when you put your content up, the different platforms, and also tell us for basketball purposes, what your position is, and how
Oh
you can
yeah.
make any team better
Oh
that you
yeah.
join. Not only what you can do on the court, but also off the court. Share a little bit about that. Let's put it out there. Let's put people on notice
Right now.
that JG, not
Yes, sir.
me, the other one, is coming up, and he's gonna let y'all know. So where can we find you, and what are we to expect of you on the court and off the court?
So, personal Instagram is going to be its_.Jordan with 3 A's. A little complicated, but my name, there's like an army of me in the world, so I got to stand out a little bit. You can find T.U.F.F Studios on Instagram. Write it out, T.U.F.F Studios, as if the word tough were an acronym with the periods in between. On YouTube, T.U.F.F Studios, but with only 3 periods. For whatever reason, Google doesn't let you end the name in a period. But yeah, so T.U.F.F Studios on YouTube, 3 periods, and then you'll be able to find all of our stuff there. Subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications.
And I'll put it on the description also so that people know exactly how to click on it. And
Right,
go.
right. And then when it comes to playing basketball, I am a 6 foot, 170-pound for now guard, combo guard, I'd like to say, because I'm not just a facilitator or a passer or a defender. I can shoot the ball, I can dribble, I can run an offense, I can defend. I can do it all. I like to grind on the court. I'm not scared of anybody. I'll guard your biggest player and I'll guard your smallest player. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yep.
We're getting to business and we're getting right. Just it is what it is. Yeah, on the court, I try to be as much of a force as I can, however I can, and I like to soak. So I'm not at where I'm at. I'm not where I want to be yet, but because of that, I'll soak up all the information I need to get there and to be better.
But you're also not where you were, which
Exactly.
is good.
Exactly. I'm on the come up. I'm just always progressing, always. And then off the court, I'm a people person. Even though I'm a little introverted, but when it comes to basketball, there is no boundaries when it comes to me and my team. So I'm here to fellowship, create a brotherhood, keep that communication on high, and make sure I'm able to trust my team. My team's able to trust me
Right.
at the same time. So on the court, I'm gonna go to war for you. Off the court, I'm your brother, and that's what I can provide to any team, whatever the case may be. And I can jump too. Let's just put that out there. I don't know what my vert is, but if you throw me a lob, I'm throwing it down.
Okay. All right. Just not on me though, because I'll take you down. I'm a football player on the basketball court, so just a reminder. I'm not a basketball player, but I think I can get a lot of credit for your development, because I remember when you were yay big, I would defend you and swat your shots like
nothing easy.
Like you're an adult. I'm like,
nothing
no.
easy.
You're always gonna face somebody bigger, stronger, faster. So no, but you've worked hard, and I admire your work ethic in that sense, where you developed your shots, and you've overcome so many challenges that we all face. And just stick with it, stick to your dream. And I do want to set for the record that I grew up a Boston Celtics fan. So I was a big Larry Bird fan, big Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, DJ on the point. So I despised Michael Jordan growing up. I respect him today as the GOAT, and I'm going to put it out there.
Yes, sir.
Anybody can come at me. We can debate. I got statistics galore. But I despised Michael Jordan growing up because he was always not allowing my team to progress. And so when we named our son Jordan, it had nothing to do with Michael Jordan. And it's just a coincidence that he picked up basketball because I grew up playing football. So there you have it, folks. It's out there. That is the total fact of Jordan's name has nothing to do with Michael Jordan. And I'm sticking to that story because y'all better know I'm a Larry Bird fan. So that's it.
Whatever.
So one last thing, Jordan, before we hit,
Yes, sir.
end this. You're still young,
Mm-hmm.
so you're still kind of climbing that ladder of life and experiences. So what would you tell the younger you that was coming up, in school and dealing with whatever, young people deal with today? What if you had one thing to say, what would you tell the younger you today?
What would I tell? I would tell the younger me to stay true to you and be the best you, because your life hasn't even started yet. Simple. I mean, I just started life, even though I'm 22, 23. The real world has just hit me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my younger self, I would tell him to just enjoy everything, all the challenges, even the failures and the accolades. Enjoy it all and learn from it, because it's going to help a lot when the real world knocks on your door.
So whatever they're facing right now, middle school, high school, everything's going to be fine.
Everything's going to be fine.
It's not the end. You're just getting started. Take it all in, and you'll see that it's going to serve a purpose in life. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you have it, folks. That is Jordan Garcia, a.k.a. my son. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
So proud of you, bro.
Thank you.
We've always had a very close bond, and I appreciate the man that you're becoming, and much success to you. Obviously, I'm gonna be looking forward to all of that from the sidelines, and I love you, and I'm proud of you, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited for everything that God is putting before you, and so there you have it, folks.
Yep.
So thank you for listening to our podcast, Mind Yours. We focus on mental health. We want to make sure that you have all the tools and resources that you need to overcome challenges, to face the obstacles of life with a mindset of an overcomer, a tough mindset.
Yes,
that
sir.
You are too unique for failure. So look out for the podcast, Tough Talks. Look out for all the creativity that's going to come out of that channel, T.U.F.F Studios. And I'm going to put all the links on the description so that you guys can go follow, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and share with all of those that are close to you so that everybody can get the word out. All right. So without anything else being said, anything else you want to say before we head out?
No.
So thank you, and we out.
Mind yours.
Thank you for tuning into our podcast. For more information, visit our website at juangarciaenterprises.com. Our host, Juan Garcia, is available for speaking, coaching, and one-on-one counseling. You can email us at info@juangarciaenterprises.com. Until next time, remember, we only have one mind, so mind yours.